there are going to be plenty of opportunities on your ascension journey where old aspects of you are going to rise up to be seen, and that attracts people out in the field or out in your reality that are going to come in and they're going to test that old aspect, or they're going to show you something about that old aspect that you are ready to release. So think of it as like deeper healing moments, right? That's just part of this process, and we're really kind of moving into that type of energy now, where you may be starting to experience old aspects of you rising up, and in fact, they're even reflected back to you, like I said, in other people that are really kind of ready to fade away, die off, however you want to term it, release, well, whatever way you want to look at it, right? But these were aspects that were really, think of like a sheathing over your nervous system that has been keeping it from vibrating faster, right? It's been keeping you small. It's been keeping you constricted. It was unconscious. You might not have even known it was there. But the expansiveness of the energy that we're experiencing right now is giving rise to these opportunities for these old versions to reactivate. So they step up. Now, it's interesting because it's very easy to become it, to align with it and become unconscious and start to actually become that wound, become that aspect, or become that behavior, right? So it's important to remain conscious when this happens and feel the energy that that old aspect brings. When we can become conscious of these old wounds as they rise up into our experience, they activate, right? These are old soul fragments. Then we have the ability to alchemize that energy. It's like a deeper layer of healing. Once it becomes seen, and that's all it wants to do is become seen, then its days are numbered. Have you heard that before? Right? Once we become conscious of something, its days are numbered. So we're in this period right now where we're getting a lot of these wonky ascension symptoms, right? Ascension symptoms galore, off the charts, all sorts of chronic aches, all sorts of chronic pains, anxiety, stress, fear about everything collapsing, fear about everything getting messed up and screwed up in reality, right? These are all the types of things that are coming up. These represent aspects of you that are rising up to be seen. These aspects of you may be tied to the old systems, the old reality, right? This is a reality that's beginning to crumble. It's been crumbling for some period of time. The more we become aware or peer underneath the veil and see the wizard behind everything and how it all works, the faster it falls apart, right? But you have aspects of you that are anchored to that. And these aspects of you, these wounded aspects, have a really hard time dealing with the falling away of the old, because there's some sort of perceived need that the old way of life or the old system, the old, whatever it is, government, whatever you want to call it, served for you, right? At some point, you're like, okay, I need this system for this particular need to fulfill this need, right? Or fill this need. And that is falling away. See, as humanity becomes more empowered, we realize that we have everything within. Okay? Yeah, you have unlimited abundance, right? It's an emotion, it's an energy. You can align with that. You will attract that. The law of attraction, right? We're getting to the point now where in your journey, you got to ask yourself, do I believe this or don't I believe this? Do I really, really believe that I have the ability to create abundance? Or is it just something that made my ego feel good, right? Yeah, I still rely on this one for this or that for that, right? So does that belief really hold true? Does it really ring true? Do you feel that you could find something today to feel abundant about and cultivate that energy and create those experiences? You don't need any external system or institution to do that for you. Same with your health, right? We've all heard spontaneous healings. All sorts of amazing things happen when you realize and truly believe that you have the power to heal. And I've talked about your power to heal, meaning that you have the ability to align with a healed aspect of you in any given moment and manifest that healed aspect. Okay? So do you still have a need to rely on some external institution to provide that ability to you? Because what's really happening is you are taking that part of you that is inherent, that healing ability, and it's like you're ripping it out of your body and you're putting it in some sort of external institution. Okay? That's disempowering, right? And as these institutions continue to grow, continue to get money, continue to become bloated, they take more of your energy, okay? And they utilize fear to do that. We saw it with COVID, okay? They utilize fear to do that, right? These systems are no longer viable. Why are they no longer viable? Well, because you are starting to realize that you have had the power all along. It's like, Dorothy, wake up, right? You've had the power all along, okay? You have it all within you. It's time to start taking back these external representations of these inherent gifts that you have within you. Start reversing the energy flow. Start feeling abundant. Start feeling healed, feeling healthy. Start feeling loved. Okay? Start feeling confident. Start feeling worthy, right? They're all lower chakra emotions, all lower chakra energy that is releasing, right? When you start to step into this and lean into this, into your truths, okay, and realize that you have empowered external institutions by disempowering yourself, everything starts to flip. You start to recall all of that energy, right? And when these aspects of you rise up to be seen, they rise up to be experienced and to be felt, you see exactly what's happening. They're scared. They're scared because the only way of life that they knew is no longer viable. It's crumbling. And that brings up that fear. So you can dive in and fight to sustain that old dying energy, right? Or you can embrace the power you have within. So again, I ask you this very important question. Do you believe that you have everything that you need in this moment right now? Right? And it's an energetic question. Because you know, if you believe in the law of vibration, if you believe in the law of attraction, if you believe in the quantum field, if you believe in your ability to heal, right? If you believe in your ability to feel abundant, right? Then you're well on your way. You're well on your way to taking your power back from these institutions who were set up to drain you of your power. That's what's happening with humanity. We are going through this mass awakening. People are becoming empowered, and because of that, the frequency of the planet is rising in old systems, old, bloated, funded systems that were funded through coercion and funded through fear, funded behind the veil, behind the scenes. It's all being exposed, right? And it's falling away. That's how this ascension process manifests in our reality. We see what was operating behind the system, and the system starts to fall away. There are a lot of people fighting for the system because they're aligning with those aspects that feel like that system kept them safe. Okay? The system kept you disempowered, kept you separated from your abilities, kept you separated from the truth of who you are, kept you cut off from the multidimensional you, kept you locked in a 3D reality. Now, as I lean more into the experiences that I've had with my guides, many of them, and my relatives who have passed on, the connections I've had, the contact I've had, the physical experiences I've had, connecting with and communicating with them, I start to lean into what my truth is more and what the future and my future and the future of my reality looks like. And when I look at that and I compare that to the old, there is absolutely no question which future is viable for me and which future represents expansion and which future represents limitations and constriction. So ask yourself that same question. Are you ready to connect inward and remember that you have it all right here, right now? Or do you want to continue giving your energy and fighting for an old, dying system? It's a very valid question. You may be ready to step into the unknown and the uncomfortable, or you may not, and it's okay. Okay? But what's important to note is what emotions are driving that choice. Is it fear, or is it embracing the unknown and trusting in the future?